the B Nation podcast, Miguel Tello.
Turn the monitors up just a little bit. Perfect. Right there. 9 seasons, 115 episodes. If you have told me years ago, when we first pressed record on a single microphone, that we will be standing here today preparing to launch a milestone 10 season, I probably would have laughed. But the music landscape doesn't stand still, and neither do we. For anyone who has been with us since day one, or if you are discovering us for the exact same reasons our listeners always do, to find the incredible independent talent, the breakthrough artists, and the boundary-pushing creators that define the best new music from around the world, you know we live on the edge of what's next. But today isn't just a regular season preview. Today is a hard reset. We are calling Season 10 exactly what it is, Reboot. The music industry in 2026 is moving at a terrifying, beautiful, completely unpredictable speed. Streaming models are fracturing. Independent artists are redefining how they build communities, and the line between creator and consumer is completely blurring. To tell these stories properly, the old way of doing radio and podcasting simply won't cut it anymore. We needed to evolve. We needed a system upgrade. For this milestone 10 season, starting on June 5th, we have lined up 16 spectacular packed episodes. And when I say spectacular, I mean we are stepping completely out of our comfort zone. For the first time ever, we are pulling off things we have never attempted in the history of the show. From experimental interactive segments to heavy-hitting industry investigations that might ruffle a few corporate feathers. We are changing how we vote, how we curate, and how we talk about the industry. The curtain is officially pulling back. The countdown has begun. Welcome to the B Nation podcast. And welcome to your front row to the future of music.
Hi, I'm Tivelo, and you're listening to the B Nation podcast.
Hi, I'm Chantel, and you're listening to the B Nation podcast.
Hey, I'm Andrew Lambrew, and you're listening to the B Nation podcast.
Hi, I'm Tyg Daly, and you're listening to the B Nation podcast.
Now, you can't talk about a Reboot without talking about the team. And to push the boundaries of what a music audio show can be in 2026, I realized that I couldn't do this alone anymore. I needed co-hosts who could process the sheer volume of global music culture happening every single second. So, I built them. Well, technically. Our studio AI engineer built them. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners across the world, it's my absolute pleasure to officially introduce our two brand new twin British co-hosts for Season 10. They are already being called the Nation Brothers. Please welcome to the airwaves, Liam and Luke Nation. Guys, log in. How are we feeling?
Systems are fully online. Miguel, absolute pleasure to be here. Honestly, staring at the sheer scale of the global industry data for Season 10 has my processors running hot. But I am incredibly ready to dive into the deep end.
Oh, bloody hell, Miguel. I knew you were going to bring this up on the very first episode. Hello, everyone. Luke here. And let me tell you, I am absolutely buzzing. Season 10 is going to be a massive vibe. The energy is immaculate.
I can already tell the studio dynamic is gonna be chaotic in the best way possible. For our listeners who are getting to know you both right now, let's break down who is who. Liam, you're the twin who looks at the music world like a complex puzzle, right?
Guilty as charged, Miguel. My obsession lies in the mechanics of the industry. I'm fascinated by the live music ecosystem, the gritty reality of global touring, how complicated publishing administration and mechanical royalties still are for independent songwriters, and, crucially, the mental health of artists navigating life on the road in 2026. If it impacts the longevity of a creator's career, I want to analyze it.
And that's exactly why they let me handle the actual fun stuff. Look, Liam loves the blueprints, but I love the building when it's packed with screaming fans. My passion is pure cultural momentum. I'm tracking digital algorithms, viral chart trajectories, consumer behavior, and how subcultures are turning into mainstream movements overnight. If a song is making millions of people dance or completely changing a platform's algorithm, I'm all over it.
Which is why the roles that we designed for you both are so perfect. But before we get into the show structure, I have to bring up something from the official promo photo shoot that we did for Season 10. Have you guys seen the comments on social media yet about our official outfits?
Oh, bloody hell, Miguel. I knew you were going to bring this up.
To be fair, Luke, it is a glaring statistical anomaly in our visual branding.
Okay, for the listeners who haven't seen the promotional images on Instagram or TikTok yet, let me paint the picture. The design team generated these incredible, sleek, ultra-modern, high-fashion looks for the Nation Brothers. But because the visual algorithm sometimes sometimes has a mind of his own, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the photo, we are all literally wearing flip-flops.
Hey, listen, it's called a fashion statement, all right? High-end corporate on the top, some absolute casual comfort on the bottom. It's the ultimate remote work aesthetic. We are trailblazers, Miguel. Ha ha ha.
I ran the data on global fashion trends, Luke, and I can assure you, pairing orthopedic rubber flip-flops with a double-breasted designer t-shirt yields a 0% approval rating among the style elite. Though, I must admit, from a cloud server perspective, the airflow simulation is quite refreshing.
Honestly, I think we should just keep it as our official uniform for the rest of the season. Flip-flops in the studio are mandatory from now on.
Hi, I'm Jessica Bao, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, we are Tours, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sia Sia, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hey, this is Johnny from Nightly, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Alright, let's get down to business because the structure of each weekly episode is getting a massive upgrade. Look, let's start with you because you are taking over one of the absolute legendary pillars of our show.
That's right, I am officially stepping up to host the B Nation charts. Every single week, I'm going to be counting down the absolute top 20 tracks most voted for by our global audience. But here is the massive twist for season 10. We have hand-selected the 20 latest singles from incredible independent artists who have actually crossed through the B Nation podcast doors over our past seasons. It's a curated battlefield of alumni talent.
And the best part, the power is completely in your hands. Tell them where they need to go, Luke.
You can head over to our website, thebenationpodcast.com, right now, listen to every single contender on the player, and cast your votes immediately. Who stays? Who goes? Who hits number one? You decide.
It's going to be hyper-competitive. Now, Liam, you are handling the heavy headlines this year. What can we expect from your section?
Indeed, Miguel, I will be heading up the music news segment. Every Friday, I will strip away the PR corporate spin and deliver a precise, no-nonsense analysis of the week's most critical industry shifts. Whether it's regulatory crackdowns, technological disruptions, or financial updates affecting independent labels, we will unpack what it actually means for the average creator. No sugarcoating allowed.
Oh, believe me, he means it. He analysed my morning coffee data yesterday and called it a financial risk. But hey, Miguel, we should also tell them about the music curation, right?
Absolutely. Alongside those two segments, our curation remains razor sharp. Our exclusive Fresh Finds by the B Nation playlist will drop every single week, packed with the absolute best new releases available on Spotify and embed directly on our website.
And let's not forget the crown jewel. We have the return of the Sound of the Week presented by Spotify, where we highlight the single most impactful, unmissable track of the weekly cycle. And
plus, our core weekly interviews aren't going anywhere. We'll be sitting down with the most exciting future hitmakers every single episode. It's a massive lineup, mates.
Hi, I'm Natalie Carr, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Ethan, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Josh Bogert, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hey, I'm Andrew Matarazzo, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
But as our longtime listeners know, the emotional anchor of each episode is the big story, the segment where we dedicate deep, analytical time to a single topic that shapes the music conversation, which also gives the episode title. Guys, we have been working behind the scenes on some incredible mid-season topics. Look, what's one that you are particularly excited about?
Oh man, the hyper-connected artist is going to be wild. We are breaking down how creators in 2026 are using advanced tech tools and direct-to-fan infrastructure to build massive global careers, completely bypassing predatory traditional contracts. It's all about total control.
Which aligns perfectly with another critical episode we have prepared, Quality over Quantity, the 2026 Artist Strategy. I will be analysing recent data that proves the era of flooding streaming services with low-effort weekly tracks is officially over. We will explain why intentional, high-value art is making a massive comeback.
Exactly, and we will also confront festivals faltering, merch rising, where we dissect the wave of recent music festivals cancellations and how physical merch has officially overtaken touring tickets as an independent artist's primary financial buffer. But we aren't easing into this season softly. Liam, tell them how we are kicking off the premiere on June 5th.
We are launching with an explosive, consecutive two-part special. Episode 1 is titled Follow the Money, the Streaming Flattening, where we look at the actual reality of how revenue moves through the streaming ecosystem right now as global growth begins to level out.
And then boom, we follow it up immediately with episode 2, Follow the Money, AI, Fraud and the Future. We are going to expose the dark side of digital platforms, specifically how streaming fraud and automated AI slop are actively draining millions of dollars in royalties directly out of the pockets of real working independent artists.
It is raw, it is heavily researched, and it's absolutely essential listening for any modern music fan.
Hi, I'm Alzy, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Stringer, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Maggie Zabo, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Dasha, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sam McPherson, and you're listening to the B Nation Podcast.
The stage is completely set. 16 episodes, Friday drops, a completely rebooted hosting team.
And if you're wondering about the music, our guest artist lineup for this season is nothing short of spectacular. We are finalising the dates as we speak, and the first wave of confirmed artists who are coming into the studio to share their stories will be revealed incredibly soon.
Look, Liam, any final words before we shut down episode 0 and get ready for the June 5th premiere?
Just one thing, mates. Go to the website, start voting on the charts, and get your ears ready. Season 10 is going to be unforgettable.
Prepare your analytical minds, everyone. The reboot is officially authorized.
Make sure you are following us across all social platforms at the B Nation Podcast on Instagram and TikTok to join our growing community of over 17,000 incredible music obsessives. Get ready, world! June 5th is the day, your global stage for new music.